Creating a SharePoint list and working with its schema is extremely easy and efficient doing it with SharePoint Designer. What I'm going to show you is how you can make a new list from scratch, modify its schema, use list columns, also use site columns, and just make it much easier to do using SharePoint Designer as opposed to doing it through the browser. So I'm looking at a site called Sales in SharePoint Designer. I'll click on the Lists and Libraries section in the navigation pane, and here's all my lists currently that are on this site. I want to make a new list here, so I'll go up top. I have a bunch of different options to make lists from. I'll click on SharePoint List and click on the kind of list that I want. Now, since I don't have a contacts list, I'll go ahead and make a new contacts list, and I'll name this Sales Contacts. There we go. Here's our sales contacts list. I'm going to click on it to get it to its summary page, which shows me the views, the forms, and everything else related to this list. What I want to do is click on the Edit List Columns, and that takes me to a place which shows me all the columns that are there right now. Well, what I want is, first of all, to delete an existing column. I'm going to go to Company, and since I know that the company is going to be the exact same, this is an internal list, it's going to be the exact same company for everybody, I don't need this column to exist at all. So I'm going to delete it from the ribbon. Here we go. So using the ribbon, I went and deleted the column. Now I wish to make a new column here. So I'll click on Add New Column. Let's make a new column of a single line of text. And I'll name this hair color. Okay, so I'm trying to capture the hair color of my contacts. One additional column that I need is a region column. Now, the region column that I need is going to be a bit different from the region column that already comes out of the box with this contacts list. What I really want is a region column that already has some predefined regions within it, like Asia, like Europe, and the Americas. So since I need some predefined choices in my column, and I intend to use that column later in a different list on the same site, what I'm going to do is make that a site column instead. So I'll go to Site Columns in the navigation pane. Click on New Column of type Choice. Here's going to be Regions, and I'll go ahead and put this under a group AW for AdventureWorks. My choices here are going to be the Americas, Europe, and Asia, and I'll make the default value to be the first choice, which is Americas. All right, let me go ahead and get rid of this tab here. Yes, I'm going to save it. I'm back in my sales contacts. Let me save this first, refresh this so it knows about the new column that I just created. Now I'll click on the Add Existing Site Column button. Choose my Regions column. Click OK. Here we go. So my Regions column, Choice column is now available. Let me go ahead and save this. I'll get back out to the List Settings page. And from here I can click on the web address right here to have it navigate me to this list in my browser. So I'll go ahead and click on it. Keep in mind that adding information to the list does not happen in SharePoint Designer. That happens to the browser by the end users, by the contributors. But working with a list, creating a list, and modifying the list schema, all that stuff can happen through SharePoint Designer much more effectively, much quicker than in the browser. And as you can see here, the company is no longer present. Hair color is there and regions is there. I'll go ahead and add a new item here. Go ahead and put my own name here, Rahmani, Asif. And for regions, here we go. We have the choices, Americas, Europe, and Asia. I'll go ahead and click on Europe and click Save. Here we go. So here's my information. And furthermore, if you wish to, you can connect this contacts list with the contacts in your Outlook. So in this video, you saw how you make a new list using SharePoint Designer and how you can modify the list columns and also side columns, add them directly to the list.